Okay. Let's continue there. We got a new quest here in Pyramid. Oh, actually, I think it's the one, but the Raven's Legacy. The great treasure is within reach. Yeah, it's the one. Okay, so that's all we do today. In this short, I guess there are 2 more quests. This island for us to do. Ah, is it that guy? Dolphin, what are you doing here? Ah, fantastic, the duo I was waiting for. How did you know we'll come here? Have you been following us since we parted at Blue Amber Lake? I was only joking. I came back to visit my parents, and just so happened to be running errands here in Pyramida when I spotted the 2 of you. Paimon says, so you have family here? What's strange about that? Just like a raven is born to raven parents, people don't magically appear out of thin air. And that's not what Paimon meant. Come to think of it, we're not really that close, and Paimon can see how it was kind of a personal question. It's not that personal. Can I ask a question that isn't so personal? Good idea. Dolphin knows everyone and everything. He might have the info we need. You recount your experiences for searching for and finding the proofs of cognoscenti after leaving Blue Amber Lake. So, Dolphin, do you have any idea where the last proof of the cognoscenti might be? I do have a few thoughts, however, seeing as it's Ignis, you'll probably be fine. From everything I've heard about your adventures, I believe he should be able to overcome the trial. There's another trial. It isn't going to be impossible, is it? Then why didn't you tell us about it back at Blue Amber Lake? Well, the fact that we can meet here again is a sign that our fates are somehow intertwined. Rather than dwell on the past, we should look toward the future instead. Wow, that change of subject couldn't have felt any more forced if you tried. The last proof of the cognoscenti is actually with my grandmother. I'm on my way to visit her now. Why don't you tag along? Seriously, what are the chances? Dolphin's grandmother? What do you think she's like, Ignis? Do you think she's the kind of sweet old lady who loves to tell stories? Are they descendants of Reed Miller? Maybe? She does tell stories, but never mind. You'll see when we get there. Oh, thanks for follow. Go to the place indicated by Dolphin. Well, look who's remembered to visit. Did you take care of the matter for me, you little brat? And this red hood. Of course I did. Would I dare show my face here if I hadn't? This is my grandmother, so I'm sure she'd rather be known as Hiljetta, the Black Barrel Hag, than a failed merchant's grandmother. She doesn't look anything like Dolphin at all. She's far too serious. I hear that a lot, but at the end of the day, we're family, and we're a lot more alike than people think. This is Ignis and this is Paimon. They've already found the other proofs of the cognoscenti. Oh, so you've already found the other 4? Well, that takes some real talent, but I'm afraid you're going to have to let me see that talent for myself. Seeing as the brat brought you in, I won't make things too hard for you. How about just trade a few moves? So we're fighting. Hold on a second. This something about this doesn't feel right. And what exactly is the problem? If you want to get your hands on the great treasure, you naturally need to get past me first. She's a stubborn old bag of bones, but once she sees what you can do, everything will be on the table. Come on, Inus, it's in your hands now.
Watch and learn. These old bones have still
Give
got
everything
it.
you got, don't hold back.
Let's see you handle this.
Yeah, I did grab something.
Ha! Speed's still on my side. Let's see you handle this.
Defensive mode engaged.
Watch out! The story has only just begun!
Like I'll need to use my ace in
Preparing
the
for
hole.
dust up.
The light compels you!
What? How much health did she have? Not bad at all. You do have promise. Here, this to prove the final saint you've been seeking, just like that? I was expecting a longer quest. But if you want to claim the great treasure, there's still one final path you have to tread. Not that you hold him back, not considering how sharp the little lad is. He's a far more fitting heir to the treasure hoarders than you are, useless lump. Heir to the treasure hoarders? Me? So Granny is a treasure hoarder, and Tolfin, you too? I guess could say that. I never would have guessed. You don't look like treasure hoarder. Don't tell Paimon. Ah, he does have symbol. Don't tell Paimon you knew this all along, Anus. I figured out pretty quickly. I swear I had no idea. No, I didn't pay attention to that detail on his design. Don't tell me you didn't explain it to them. Were you really planning to deliver the great treasure to a couple of know-nothings who couldn't tell a treasure hoarder if they introduced themselves and brought them to their grandmother? They show they have what it takes to get our proofs of the Conoscenti, and they handled your challenge just fine. In fact, weren't you praising them just now? You little... Alright, don't give yourself a heart attack. I'll explain everything to them right now. I'll see to it that Ignis is willing to be the treasure hoarder's heir, exactly as you wanted. And you really think you can make all that clear to them lickety split? Well, what are you so worried about? You won't shut up about how I'm just like that good-for-nothing Brahe. I don't remember who Brahe was. At least I inherited his gift for smooth talking, didn't I? Nothing leads you to a quiet corner to talk. So, what's really going on here? All we heard is that if we collect all 5 proofs of the Conoscenti, we can find a great treasure hidden east of the moon, west of the sun. Are you seriously telling Paimon that we'd have to take over as leaders of the treasure hoarders just to get rid of Miller's treasure? Honestly, all this hair talk is weirding Paimon out. It's hard to imagine anyone leading the treasure hoarders. Exactly. There are people who call themselves treasure hoarders in every corner of Tiva these days, and that's where the problem lies. While I might be able to face reality, my stubborn old grandmother still dreams of a day when the treasure hoarders can restore their glory from the days of Reed Miller. She fantasizes that someone will come along and rally the masses, let the dead bury the dead, and will rise to build an Elysium for the hungry and the poor on the wealth of the hiding haughty. While most of us have heard how Reed Miller stole from the rich to help the poor, very few know that the treasure hoarders once defended the Elysium from the Dark Abyss. It was the treasure hoarders' golden age, it was the worst of times, yet somehow It was also the best. I don't know, maybe things are still the same today, but the era has passed and she'll have to accept that someday. You're not wrong, but what are we supposed to do about it? Before going any further, Aliens are willing to serve as herd to the treasure hoarders and see the Miller's dream is one day fulfilled. I have my own dreams to fulfill. I just want to inherit the treasure he left behind. Just as I thought, then how about we do it this way? Let's put on a little show. Again? That's what you said back at Blue Ember Lake. Sure, he'll help us get the proof of the Consent back then, but who knows when you'll use those same sneaky tricks on us. Why would I do anything to thwart you when we're already such good friends? Now, instead of being suspicious, how about we focus on what we're going to say? You have brief discussion with Tolfin about how to convince Hiljetta. According to Tolfin, simply mentioning the name Valiant should be enough to gain her trust, and if she ever brings up the name Brahe, all I have to say is that you don't agree with his methods. As for who these two people actually are, Tolkien says it's a long story and promises to explain everything in detail when he gets the chance. So what do you say, little lad? Are you in? I will fulfill Aurelian's dream. Good, that's the spirit. If it weren't for the little brat acting just like that good-for-nothing Brahe, the proof of the Consent wouldn't have been scattered and lost for so long. We're not like Toph or the Brahe college fellow. You can rest assured. Even I have to admit that Agnes is the most suitable candidate to inherit the great treasure. Then it's settled. All that's left for you to retrieve the great treasure. At the treasure site, you will likely run into a few tricks left behind by that good-for-nothing. I'm sure you'll be able to handle everything he came up with. Pam still has no idea where east of the moon, west of the sun could be. That well, it's beyond the horizon, yet so close you can touch it. Also, I won't be joining you for the next trial, so here's wishing you all the best. Still, I'll be in Pyramid for a little while longer, so please let me know if everything goes well. I'm counting on the both of you. Memorata, Consent's chest. An artificial flower stained with rust is said to be the keepsake from Reed Miller, founder of the Treasure Hoarders. There. Feather Darkest Night. Keepsake. Okay. Time. Okay. Feather as Darkest Night. A timepiece long since stopped. A goblet lavishly adorned. A cold mask that once concealed a true face. No darkness graced the mask, but for the frosty moonlight that dances across its pure silver facade. Oh, we do have a description here. Okay, so he's back to Pyramida. Hurry, retrieve the great treasure. I think I grabbed a couple of chests on here. Oh, the Wizard Thief statue is huge. Come on. Oh Raven, king of all birds, valid in a net amidst the thorn bush, cunningly unfurled. I stand upon the hazel and the other high, to hear the birds sing for me loudly by. Okay, well, let me just open my map here, so I can grab the whatever things Whatever chests there are around. Oh, let's head down and check it out. There may be treasures waiting. Looks like you can view all the proofs of consent. Ah. Okay, there'll be some chests outside once we did this. Gold is noble and silver bright. But which metal would truly please the iron-faced gatekeeper's sight? Iron. As the saying goes, like calls to line, so perhaps the answer is already cut and right. A line of tiny text written in the corner of the notice. Easy to miss if one isn't paying attention. All else fails, winning by brute force still makes you the hero. Okay, makes sense of it. Oh look, 3 keys. Which one opens the door? There's some sort of hint on the notice. Metal key, golden key, silver key. Yeah, touches. Can I grab them all? Okay, I grabbed them all. Will they stay with me? Even golden key. The key itself is worth a fortune. Shiny silver key, not as valuable as a golden one, but it is also far from ordinary. I'm playing iron key. One of the most ordinary is to find keys around. Is it brute force? Oh, our face gatekeeper. Head so tough it makes rocks feel inadequate. I want to keep the key. I want to keep the key if I have the option. I thought I was going to break it. What's this? This pattern doesn't match the other iron coins. A coin that resembles a common iron coin, though it may be a different variant. I don't have any of those iron coins from... I didn't kept any from the other quests, right? Yeah, it doesn't look like those. Oh, I already got them all. Is the key marked here? The note is... the coin is marked there. Well, the explosive barrel is getting dangerous. You know, I barely started, but I think my dog's calling me a bit. I'll be right back. Okay, just set things up here. Okay, so continue. Suspicious notice. Within this little plot, both danger and luck are found. To tell fake from real, look where the strange rock lights the ground. A line of tiny text written in the corner of the notice is to miss if one isn't paying attention. The main gate's locked down hard, so don't bother trying until the skies fall apart. The rock? That rock? Wait, what was the first part again? To tell fake from real, look where the strange rock lights the ground. So it would be here, but I kind of want to check everything. Let's try everything before. Ah, I was expecting a bomb.
You got this! Get back!
Ah, okay, so this was good as well.
Did they run from home too?
Okay, this would be a bit tough to see here. There's a bunch of stuff there. Oh, where did it go? Ah, okay, I have to interact there. I'm scared to death. That was dangerous.
Go get him, Aiden!
Huh. How'd this slip through the net?
Cleanup sequence in search.
What suspense. It's like opening a gift.
Oh, and a chest. And got another rock. I can't see things clearly.
What? You got this!
Wait. Installation chamber.
Get back!
So, this one should go. Oh, I interacted that. Ah, so here we had
Did they run from home too?
both the chests and okay. So now that I just broke it off. What did that do? What happened once I broke it? Player key, one of the most ordinary and easy to find keys around. Ah, I lost the others. Big deal.
Just doing what you're good at won't cut it, you know. Sometimes the only way to grow stronger is to step out of your comfort zone.
Oh, no, wait, what? Oh, damn it, I was looking at the... Damn it. I was looking at the map, I didn't pay attention. There was a path, wasn't there? Ah, okay. Ah, there's a tiny path there. Okay, I didn't pay that much attention. What? What was here? Let clanging arrow coins fall and halt right at its feet. The weasel thieves are lured only by the tinkling of iron coins. Pick up an iron coin, throw it at the fleeing weasel thieves to make them stop on their tracks. The stubborn weasel digs the dirt. Its hurried form unseen. The key is given darkly where the moving shadows scream. Like clanging iron coins fall and halt right at its feet. A forceful claim may yet yield a bounty sweet. A line of tiny text. The little ones have picky tastes. to use what they like to tease out their traits. Oh. Ah, not this one. Oops. It's also last one. Ah, catch them all. Oh, I didn't put this here. Was it a weasel?
While the light shines bright.
Remiller's treasure. Oh, it's so shiny. We only need to take what? Come on, let's go take a look. Nicole, let me actually read what it said. Elysium's final treasure added to the archive. Another wizardtive statue. And a couple of special arrow coins. Gonna take a look around. Ah, Brahe's notes. Miss Alia. Okay, I don't remember where I heard about him before, but I guess Brahe is from that time. 500 years ago. Aurelian or Miss Alia. Yeah, I'm not gonna read that all. Barely been a decade since Miss Alia's sacrifice. I can send the bands who committed atrocities in the name of Miller and oppressed the laboring poor to the eye of the Kradi, where they sleep with the fishes for good. And I can guarantee that those once noble ideals won't be twisted to crimes, even I can imagine. Armar? Spalanque? Aries. Huh. Comes from humanity. Okay, this seems kinda interesting, but I'm not gonna read all that. If the rebels of some future age truly need a new banner, they will find a hero who belongs to their old time, and whatever that hero's name may be, it should never be the Master Thief Reed Miller. Okay, I need more. Where's all the more? It's just a bunch of arrow coins. I can't open that. Council's hiding here all alone. More chests hiding under all these coins. Too. That's too much. Oh no, it's shiny. Differently.
Huh?
Poor Sylvester's departing beings. I skipped the third one. One, two. Shouldn't the third one be between?
This should go to those that need it.
No. Okay, I think there are ones down there. One above and one below. I thought the cave will go beneath. Okay, so no. Oh. I was supposed to come back here?
You got this!
Great
Shadow of Judgment, the story has only just
Guard of the Lost Treasure.
leave it to me!
That's number 5. These statues. Ah. Ah. There's a note here. Investigate. Ah, message from the legendary thief Reed Miller. Okay, let's read that. To you, my esteemed guest who has gathered all the proof of the connoissance, if you're reading this note, it means that you've successfully solved my puzzle. Congratulations, well done. Now the legendary great treasure you're looking for is right in front of you. You're welcome, please enjoy yourself. These unclaimed riches are the spoils due to the connoissance. However, as the founder of Treasure Hoarders, I would like to give you one more piece of advice. No matter who you are, exposing mountains of wealth to the light of day, flaunting it in pursuit of glory and vanity, thereby attracting the envy and covetous eyes of countless onlookers, it is not a wise move. Please take these treasures, which belong to you alone, away quietly. Then remove this note and pretend you never found anything. Let people believe that the proof of the connoissance still lies scattered across every corner of this continent, awaiting to be gathered by those fortunate few chosen by fate. Let the story continue to circulate. Let those who dream of sudden riches continue their hard work. This way, the wealth you've obtained after countless trials will sit much more safely in your hands. Was this worth something in the past? Because it's only 500 years ago. They had more. Ah well. Magnets. Huh. There was sheep under all that. So weird. The saw what a shape. Who cares? Great treasure could be aboard.
Did they run from home too?
Okay, 3 chests here. Investigate. Ah, the 3rd one. Why do we have the 4th one before? Rumors about the proof the connoissance have been spread. People know that the key exists. They won't go out of their way to find alternate means of entry. All I have to do now is fabricate a few tales of treasure hunters who tried to take shortcuts but came out up empty-handed. They spread them under the name of Brahe the Bard and Great Deku Tree. That should be more than enough to convince future generations that the necessity of seeking proof of connoissance. So Brahe is another name for Reed Miller. Look, it mentions Brahe over here. Looks like he was the one who made these records. So iron coins were really the currency here back in the day. That means the mountain of these things could truly be called a great treasure. If only we come here a few hundred years ago, we'd be rich, but iron coins aren't worth much more these days. As I said, the value lies in scarcity. Yeah, we know a guy that likes iron coins. Exactly, so if we can find this prototype iron coin he wrote about, collectors are sure to go crazy for it. Paimon bets we could get a pretty penny for that one. Too bad we don't know where it's buried. Are we really supposed to dig up this whole place by ourselves? We'll get a dressing down from the Black Barrel Hag if you don't. Yeah, you're right. We mustn't get on the wrong side of her. You might be able to handle her attacks, but I won't have to fly far, far away. And speaking of the Black Barrel Hag, now that Paimon has seen Brahe's notes and all these iron coins, she finally understands why that old lady wants to bring back the good old days. To her, those days must have been the real Elysium. Paimon thinks we're living in a pretty wonderful time too. You and Paimon and all the friends we've met on our journey, this is our golden age. That's probably how Tolkien feels as well. He chose not to share the full history of the treasure hoarders with us because he didn't want us to bear the weight of expectation. Looks like this adventure ends here. Getting all 5 proofs of the condensate wasn't easy, and Paimon knows it was far from a fruitless journey, but she can't help feeling a little disappointed. By the way, why do you think this ship's here? Perhaps it's sunk under the weight of a greed it could not bear? Maybe it's a ship of dreams that ran aground before it ever set sail. No, I think sank with the money. It would be risky to sail with all those heavy coins on board. Even if they didn't sink, they might get robbed. Oh, but this is a treasure hoarder ship. They are not usually the ones who would need to be scared. That's such a shame. Even though this ship is hundreds of years old, it still looks almost new. Traveling would be so much easier if we had a boat this big, as big as this, don't you think? I'll be the captain, and Paimon, you can be the chief mate. Aye aye, Captain Ignis. Trying the jib to the mizzenmast and raising the port side anchor to the low line. Captain? I'll convince this Paimon as chief maintenance. Come on, take the helm and let's set sail. Try taking the helm. Bounty Islands just up ahead. Oh, come on, don't auto. Aurelia, I'm still not happy about this. Don't worry, we still have a few more days before it is over and by the governor's notice. That's not what's bothering me. What if he ends up the hook for telling us where treasure is? Who? I mean, we brought a kid. Who would care? I haven't. What? What are you talking about? You and the kid are nothing alike. If you were the same side as them, you wouldn't. Don't worry about him, he'll be fine. He might be adopted, but he's still the governor's son. Besides, he's young, no one's gonna get him in trouble. I hope you're right. So this is what Bounty Island looks like. I guess it really does live up to its name. Now I have to click. Why did you skip through all that? It was a different page of dialogue. We're going to do it to loot, same as usual. So if we're taking it back to Shesonsgrad, why not give it to the kids on the streets? I ran into them a few days ago while out on patrol. That kid with the conch shell struck me as a smart one. They'll know what to do with the treasure and who best to share it with. Suits me, let's do it your way. But compared to the treasures on display in the governor's palace, these little trinkets are hardly even worth the bother. Even if in a backwater like this, those arrogant fools still indulge in their outrageous extravagances. Their shiny facade can't hide the fact they're already rotting to the core. Have you seen it yet? This place is no different from Snowgrad. Are we really supposed to fight to protect people like this? And protect them from those we had no quarrel with? The unseen, downtrodden, the despised? I understand your anger, but there's not much we can do. There's not much you can do right now, but sooner or later we have to upturn the status quo to weed out the corruption roots and stem. I must rise to the top by any means necessary. I count myself lucky to have ended up fighting by your side, Silver, but I often find myself looking back to where I came from. Okay, hang on. My dog's calling again. Uh, I think this... I don't think this will move from here. Okay, okay. I think okay, no, it's working now. I think it was working just one side. Okay, I call myself lucky to have ended up finding by your side, Sylvia, but I often find myself looking back to where I came from. It's a place my brothers and sisters remain, where they continue to endure hardships they should never have to bear. Tell me, those innocent souls, were they born to suffer like this? This can work as for the thumbnail. If it's the law that is causing their suffering, then I shall rewrite the law. And if it's the corrupt nobles, then I shall purge them from their ranks. One day, I'll raise an Elysium that belongs to us on this land, a land that has always belonged to us. I believe in you, Aurelia. I know you can accomplish your dream. Let's not talk about that now. Even thieves have their codes, so I'll leave this behind. That way the governor will know who took his treasure. It's just a pity I won't get to see his reaction myself. That will be a sight to behold. What just happened? We found a treasure hoarder ship under the pile of iron coins, then you took the helm. After that, it felt like a dream, and then somehow we ended up here. Those two, they mentioned someone called Bry. Either it's a crazy coincidence, or they must be from long time ago. At the very least, we know they have a connection to this place. Yeah, and from what they were saying, there was once some treasure buried here, and even though they made off with it, it seems they left something else in its place. It's been so long, who knows if someone's already dug it up by now. Let's see if we can find it first. It can't hurt to look. If I remember correctly, it should be somewhere around here. I can't believe it's still here. Why didn't the governor come to collect it? Huh? This is what they left here? Isn't this... I don't understand. Let's ask Tolkien about it. Oh, Paimon almost forgot. We should tell him about what happened with the great treasure too. And to his grandmother, the first iron coin. An aged iron coin engraved with a stylized raven sigil. Legend says it was forged by Reed Miller, founder of the Treasure Hoarders, and it was the very first true iron coin. In a world without borders, in a paradise where no one suffers from hunger or cold, the gold bestowed and governed by the deus Auri was never meant to serve as the foundation of human cooperation. In a world of borders, in a paradise where no one suffers from hunger or cold, the gold bestowed by the governed by the deus Auri, is that supposed to be another word, another name for Morax? Was never meant to serve as the foundation of human cooperation. Humans should be masters of money, not its servants. Even if one cannot claim the heart of gold for themselves, all should be able to wield the wealth that inherently belongs to everyone. But that is a story of a much later time. Whether it was the first iron coin or the ideal sung, interpreted and twisted over the following centuries, it all began on a winter night beyond the reach of lamplight, when two children slipped out of the academy, hiding from the adults' eyes, and carved a token for playing the thief extraordinaire.
Would you like to go? Did they run from home too?
But shouldn't we talk to the old lady too?
Watch and learn.
Oh, they
These
just
old
fight?
bones have still got it.
Defensive mode.
Thunder!
A moonlit night for all.
Light compels you.
Let's see your handle
Away
this.
from me!
Installation chamber deployed.
Go get him, Aiden!
A new moon rises.
Looks like I'll need to use my ace in the hole.
What's your ace in the hole? Oh, she has that as well.
You got this! Be gone, Shadow of Darkness!
Three moons converge. Preparing for dust-up.
Speed still on my side.
Stay back! The story has only just begun!
Oh, he died. Hey, what's Solomon supposed to revive? Let's heal him. Shit you. And then let's eat. Almost never eat those things. Am I out? No. Here. Ah, she has something there.
A new moon rises.
Ah,
I could have done more.
yeah, maybe I won't be able to do that party.
The story has only just begun. Speed still on my side.
Defensive mode engaged.
All the light shines from.
Took me half a lifetime.
Annihilation
to
mode.
perfect
Frozen or overloaded.
The abyss is burning shadow! Light compels you! You got this!
A moonlit night for all. Flame. Cleanup sequence initiated.
Leave it to me. Ain't focused your taste the pain.
Oh,
Okay! New life!
no!
Watch out!
Moons converge.
Be gone, Shadow of Darkness!
See your handle this.
Ultimatum protocol.
Stay back!
Okay, I think
Story
they
has
can.
only just
Took me half a lifetime to perfect this.
Defensive mode engaged.
go get him, Aiden! Watch out!
A moonlit night for all.
The story has only just begun!
The next generation is truly formidable.
Yeah, I'll... When I try again, I should swap my party. Oh, it is in Ignos, in Paimon. Have you two found the great treasure already? If you mean that pile of old iron coins? We left those iron coins exactly where we found them. Well, actually, they're on top now. You tell Toph what happened at the treasure site and the strange things that happened after you boarded the ship. For some reason, they left behind some sort of graving insignia. It seems the Earth remembers far more than we could ever imagine. As a storyteller, I can't help but feel humbled by that. After all, human life is fleeting, and oral history is prone to errors. Some stories may even be lost forever, yet the Earth's memory no doubt remains true. I think it could only have been Aurelian who left that raven insignia. You may be more familiar with another of his names, Reed Miller. You mean that was the legendary thief Reed Miller? Well, would never have guessed by looking at him. From what you described, the things you saw almost certainly happened before the treasure hoarders were even formed. It's said that back then he liked to play the role of heroic thief with his military academy buddies, stealing from the rich and helping the poor. In fact, the raven insignia was derived from the family crest of his noble-born academy classmate. But that's all in the past. I shan't bore you with the details. Anyway, seeing as our fates appear to be intertwined, how about the two of you take this raven insignia as keepsake? I assume accepting this doesn't automatically make me the treasure hoarder's heir. And there's no need to worry. Like I said, the golden age of the treasure hoarders is over. However, there's still one slight problem. My stubborn grandmother, I just beat her up, seems to have taken a liking to you. If she ever asks you for a friendly sparring match, please don't turn her down. And don't pull your punches either. Whoa, she's so much stronger than a regular old lady. We wouldn't dream of doing anything but plummeting her with everything we've got. Well then, the great treasure buried east of the moon, west of the sun has been claimed by a pair of remarkable adventurers. And this performance too has come to its close. Allow me to play you a tune to express my wish that every step of your journey be filled with mystery, and every path may bring you jubilation. Ah, you're still here. What's the matter? You know something else on your mind about Reed Miller? The name Reed Miller is merely an alias, a mask to hide one's true identity. The poor Miller was a figure of admiration, while to the nobles, the very mention of him would draw curses and swearing. But it was never the name of just one person. Even amongst the earliest treasure hoarders, there were already 3 individuals who went by the name Reed Miller. And that doesn't even include those who later chose to pose as Miller for one reason or another. Why, just last week, I had a run-in with 2 petty thieves, both calling themselves Miller, who attempted to steal my harp, but that's a story for another time. So, I forgot her name, but that girl who said she was descendant of Reed Miller or something, she could call herself. Putting the latter-day pretenders aside, I do know a thing or two about the original trio, so which of the 3 are you asking about? About the first. The first use this alias was Aurelian. I've mentioned him to you before. He was an orphan who was adopted by a rank-and-file military officer named Miknenko after losing both his parents. As a result, he was able to attend the Snezhnayan Royal Military Academy. Interestingly, according to official records, shortly after Aurelian became a non-commissioned officer, he died in the line of duty for unknown reasons. Perhaps this was his way of getting out of the military, although I can't say for sure. Whatever the reason, he surfaced in nod-krai a few years later under the name Reed Miller, gathering the destitute who lived on the fringes of society into a band that became the first treasure hoarders. At that time, they recognized this young man from who knows where as their leader, believing that he would free them from their shackles and build an Elysium where all would stand equal. Unfortunately, even I cannot say what his true motives was, nor can I tell you much about how the treasure hoarders operated at this time. Maybe he had a great dream. Maybe, like my grandmother, he possessed a strong, unshakable faith. Or maybe he harbored some other darker, more personal motive he couldn't share with anyone. Alright, please don't tell my grandmother I said the last part. Anyhow, all that happened 5 centuries ago, for most people the only thing known about the very first treasure hoarder is that it is what eventually became of him, which was death by execution in Snezhnograd. Although he had never been captured by the authorities before, he was convinced by a noble friend to walk away from his organization, leave everything behind, and go to Snezhnograd, supposedly to explain himself to the Valiant Tsar for something like that, Unsurprisingly, he was promptly sent to his death without so much as a glimpse of the Tsar. That's why I say thieves and nobles don't belong together. He only ever ends in tragedy. Putting the latter-day pretenders aside, I do know a thing or two about the original trio. So, okay, the second Lady Miller was a woman whose real name I do not know. All I know is that she was a traitor of the Frost Moon Scions, who struck her name from history altogether. In truth, I have no idea what her connection to Aurelian was, and as for the Frost Moon Scions of 500 years ago, well, it was a pretty creepy place to be, judging from the poems I've read. According to Brahe, the entirety of Hissi Island was encircled by a golden wall even taller than Mount Essos in Fontaine. So I really have no good explanation for how she could have come to know Aurelian. And now the Frost Moon Scions have transformed into something entirely different, so much so that I even wonder if they are too gullible these days. That's why I told Miss Hijimbi just a few days ago that she was real lucky. Had she tried to dupe the Frost Moon Scions of 500 years ago, she'd probably be with Al-Ahmar by now. So anyway, after Aurelian was executed, she began donning that silver mask, claiming to be the Master Thief Reed Miller who had escaped the gallows. She molded the treasure hoarders into a highly disciplined quasi-military force that almost resembled a religious order. Her mantra was that no one should place their faith in gods or deities, for it was humanity alone that held the power to save its own. Strange as it may sound, the best way to describe the treasure hoarders of that era might simply be an irreligious religious order. Under the name Reed Miller, she gathered a large group of bandits, and together they picked the governor's palace in nod-krai clean in a single night. All the countless curious antiques, mora, and jewels that they made off with, she gave all that away to the poor of Nasha town. This was the very storm of gold and silver that made cheap novels so fancifully described. And now in nod-krai, the people absolutely revere Miller. But if you ask me, that has nothing to do with Aurelian's dream, the dream that my grandmother believes in so staunchly. For most of the people living in this land, both his dream and Legion are as distant as the moon. Who knows, maybe they're just dreaming of someone like her, someone who'd drop loot from nowhere right into their lap without them having to lift a finger. Putting the pretenders, okay. The third, it's a bit embarrassing for me to say this, but of the three Reed Millers, the one I mentioned earlier, Brahe, is the one my grandmother really despises. Much as my grandmother doesn't want to admit it, he is actually our forebear. He was of a station even higher than Solovey, the Torchforger. He was the adoptive son of the Fey Lord Trubetskoy, governor of all nod-krai. Some have claimed he was actually the governor's illegitimate son, and because the blood of the Fae ran through his veins, he was more handsome than most people you'd ever meet. Then shouldn't Flings be better looking than other characters? Of course, that's probably just an unfounded rumor. I mean, surely neither of you can find any trace of fake blood in my face, can you? Like Aurelian, he was a student at the military academy, though he enrolled long after Aurelian had graduated. I doubt the two of them ever crossed paths there. After graduating from the academy, Brahid returned to nod-krai, where, like every other Snezhnayan noble of the time, he settled into a life of indulgence and decadence. That is, until the night he caught a glimpse of the second Reed Miller as she looted the governor's palace. Brahid fell in love with the Frostmoon Scion turncoat at first sight. So enamored was he that he even abandoned his life as a noble to join the treasure hoarders. The nobility are at leisure to see the suffering of others as a beautiful romantic fantasy, whereas the truly destitute are relegated to soulless villainy and rogues' roles in every tale. This is why my grandmother despised him so much. In her view, he was the one who tainted Aurelian's dream, the one who turned a name that rightfully belonged to the poor into one from a farcical story of romance. But it's just that he abandoned his life as a noble after his beloved passed, and continued to rob the rich to help the poor and aid the people of this land. So no matter what his motives were, or how he went about achieving his goals, I don't think it can be said he tainted Aurelian's name, not when we consider how many people he helped and how much he bettered their lives. It's no exaggeration to say that of all the stories about the Master Thief Reed Miller that can be found in the cheap novels out there, maybe 1 in 5 is about the traitorous Frostmoon Scions, 3 in 10 tell Brahid's tales, and the remaining half is just pure fiction, fabricated solely to tantalize and reel in the reader. While my grandmother may be a steadfast believer in Reed Miller's dream, just what exactly is this dream? Even Brahid might not have fully understood it back in the day, so how could we claim to know? Having said that, maybe all that doesn't really matter after all, as long as you believe in something. One must believe in something, if only to be able to have the courage to face tomorrow. Okay, see you. Yes, I'll see you around. May your journey ahead be smooth and beautiful, just like this too. About the iron coins, there was a lot of talk. Iron coins were a form of currency issued by Aurelian, that is, the very first Reed Miller. He believed that in a world without divisions, in an Elysium where no one went hungry or suffered from the cold, people should not be relying on wealth bestowed and governed by the gods to help each other. He believed that people should be the masters of wealth, not its slaves, and even if mastering the heart of gold might be an impossible task, everyone should have the right to wield the wealth that belongs to all to begin with. But as you both can see, the iron coins imbued with meaning quickly became worthless scrap metals after his death, largely due to the very people he had placed his faith in. Oh, and by the way, there's another piece of info that came to me on the wind, though I cannot guarantee its veracity. And since I have no way to verify it, please take it as you will. In Snezhnaya, there's a Fatui Harbinger with a rather peculiar obsession. He seeks to create a more perfect economic order in this world. Unfortunately, he is not a collector of iron coins, Otherwise, you might be able to make a whole fortune in Mora by selling this to him. So they have a plan to replace Mora once it goes out. The Great Treasure. It was the third Miller, that is, the one named Brahe, who left behind the legend of the Great Treasure. As for why he did that, maybe he just wanted to keep future generations of treasure hoarders hooked, so that the name Reed Miller would never be forgotten. Okay. That's cool. Let me see here. You have one more quest there, and other things around. Oh, okay. I think I'll just fight, just to see. I'll fight another. What's the name of those? A local legend. Hang on, what do I have here? No, I have to set a new one here. Oh, I'm not even sure what I'll need for that one. And that's supposed to be her. Yeah.
Perhaps we could take a walk by a riverbank or somewhere similarly fluvial.
Because this one seems to just be hanging here. Oh, there's that over there. There's no quest marked here or anything. Homesick lone wolf. Fangs of wilderness.
Stabilize!
Cleanup sequence in it.
Silence! Solidify!
Russian floral! Extract!
Be sanctified.
Oh, it creates more. Okay, so maybe it would be good to have
Settle down!
a barrel.
I will have order! Gather!
Annihilation mode. Defensive mode.
Silence!
Okay, it's taking way too little damage.
Let the mighty be humbled!
Hello? Oh, there's supposed to be more here.
Installation chambers. A little ambiance. Recon.
Settle down! This is order! Stabilize!
Cleanup sequence. Neutralize.
Bow your head!
I don't know if this should restart that.
Silence! The time's begging.
touch that before.
Gather!
This'll brighten up the place.
I will have order. Solidify.
Ultimatum protocol.
Settle down. Let the mighty be humbled. Stabilized.
Neutralize. Installation chamber.
Silence.
Let's restart that. Let's get our Lekino very least so I can break the other one. This thing too low. Maybe it's weaker. Oh, come on. I thought the fight had stopped. Kino.
This will be a productive partnership, I hope.
I think it's good. Let's eat.
A little ambiance.
Transfixed!
Okay, it seems to be doing better already.
This is where you fall.
Order guide you.
Cleanup sequence in this. Extract! Preparing for dust up.
Gather.
This'll brighten up the place. Overrule.
True reactions.
Witness my rise.
Okay, I did a bit of
Installation
that.
chamber. Neutralize.
So I should actually bring plasma.
Laid bare.
This is order. Solidify.
A little ambiance. Cleanup sequence initiated.
Everlasting as the moon. Transfixed.
Defensive mode engaged.
Annihilation mode.
I will have order.
This'll brighten up the place.
Overrule.
Cleanup sequence initiated.
Stabilize.
Extract!
Transfixed.
Defensive mode engaged. Fresh and floral!
Order guide you. Solidify.
Witness my rise.
That's got a lot more punch.
Stabilize!
Cleanup sequence initiated.
Neutralize.
Yeah, I think it's the actual one like that as well. That. He was doing well at first. So we can probably do well by dealing with that thing. Winged castle.
Sounds good to me. Installation chamber.
Laid bare. Ultimatum protocol.
This is order. Stabilize.
Wind strike. Transfixed. Everlasting as the moon. Laid bare.
Solidify.
Defensive mode.
Stabilize.
Installation chamber deployed.
Fallen leaves. Adorn my nut. Overruled.
Much better like that.
I will have order.
Cleanup sequence initiated.
Witness my rise. Transfixed. Annihilation mode.
Gather.
Installation chamber.
Time to go.
As one with wind and cloud.
Cleanup sequence initiated.
Overruled.
Order guide you.
Let's find a sword or something. No, I guess I just have him more. Yeah, I like to see at least, but maybe when I use him in combat events, I have him more active on the field because I feel like
Stabilize.
it takes too long to charge his burst.
Preparing for dust dive. Installation chamber.
Everlasting as the moon. Transfixed.
I will have order.
Fallen leaves. Adorn my... Ultimatum protocol.
Cleanup sequence in
Order guide you.
As one with wind and cloud. Laid bare.
defensive mode engaged.
This is where
This is order.
Installation check.
clouds high. Birds come overruled.
There. What's that? I didn't even notice exactly. I thought there was a sword here. No, it's just a hole in the shape of the sword. Do not disturb their peaceful slumber. Within the sword's shadow, faint forms evoking the Knights of Avonius can be seen. Maybe the one that awaits has yet to come. So this is for Varka. I have other Knights of Avonius. Well, not on my party right now, but I do have other Knights of Avonius. I really doubt they will work, but well, she's the most knightly we have here. We have Honorary Knight. We have I don't see any difference between her and the other guy. He's quite Favonius-y, even though he's in a knight. And we have, I think, Noelle. She's trained to be a knight. She's yeah, this isn't like the sword, the razor sword.
Let the wind lead.
Would I have to have the proper one here, or just having the party would work? Yeah, I knew it wouldn't work. Just there was no harm. Cool. I miss Loma, I miss Flings, I miss Nefer, so there's a bunch of things I'm missing in nod-krai. So now I have to spend a bunch to get Varka. And check that. Ah, I'll complete it here. Oh, we're completing that.
My oh my. The final product has exceeded all my expectations. If anyone actually does stumble in here by mistake, I'm sure they will be truly awe-inspired by this mage's might.
I didn't really notice a difference. If someone really does end up here by accident, we will guide them to fulfill their wishes.
Well, that all depends on the sort of person they are.
Oh.
Guidance can encourage complacency and entitlement if you're not careful. If someone is eager to rely on their own abilities like you do, then I'll gladly help them. But if they're the type of person who pins all their hopes on the mage's power while doing none of the work themselves,
Did you really turn them into a statue?
No, nothing like that. But I would guide them out of this place to the nearby Curatorium of Secrets. I'm sure Nefer would know how to deal with them much better than I do. Those who seek to reap without sowing ought to
Not
pay the
nearby.
price. Don't you think?
It's not nearby. She's just hanging here now, huh? The others have... Ah, I have that. Wonderland in the rabbit hole added to the archive. Start sculpting. Oh, we can do more of that. Different sculpting materials. I don't remember. The number is how many I had to keep. I think so.
Looks like we made a mistake here. Reset and try again.
How do I reset? How do I reset? I was actually trying to break the other one. Didn't know I had to be from. How do I reset? Where do I reset? How do I reset? Do I keep it safe? Ah. Only one there. I have to be seeing that from the right angle, or it doesn't let me. Yeah, this one I actually don't want to. That was just the first one that I tested it. How do I reset? On those two sides. One, two, three. Three, I have to keep the one. Three, I have to keep the one. This one's off. One, that one's safe, so this one's okay. Keep the one, keep the one. Two. There's only one, have to keep that, break that. The complete sculpture has been placed. Ah. Could I do more of those anytime I wanted? Or only now that I completed? Oh, I should have spoken to you before. Maybe you would mention that we needed to sculpt more.
Unbelievable.
What happened?
Mr. Nine has refused to help me write my masterpiece. She said, it might be best if you wrote this one yourself, considering the highly complex world building. I cajoled and pestered her all I could, but it was to no avail. Believe me, I'd finish it myself if I could. That was my intention from the beginning. I wanted to finish a work of my own to prove a point to her, but it didn't work out. The moment the ending popped into my mind, my creative drive was extinguished. You two may well be the only people in this world to ever hear the tale of Nicola Coco, the mage from Planet Meow. So please, do not forget her, and do not forget her adventures.
Sure. We're staring at the wall. This is cute. So no more statues. I have to remember to come back here eventually to see if there are new ones to make.
Mr. Nine has refused to help me write. Believe me, you too.
See. Yeah, let's check that.
Ad Astra Ab.
Yeah, I beat a wolf and an old lady. And that one, not yet. Actually, is this marked on the map? I don't think the last one is on the map yet. Okay, when unleashes wrath, break its ancestral spirit. Defeat after destroying its summoned ancestral wolf spirit only once. Okay, yeah, I can just hold that thing on the field and take a real long time. Lone wolf strange from the local pack, with its tail mane indicating a bloodline from a faraway land. Perhaps it is an echo of its ancestors that still linger in its veins, for it remains steadfast in guarding a sword cemetery long forgotten by the world. In the moonlight, it waits endlessly for a knight who will never find their way home. For a knight who will never find their way home? So Varka can't return to Mondstadt? Legendary figure in the history of the treasure hoarders, Hiljetta was once feared and respected under the name Black Barrel Hag. Her exploits led to countless unforgettable tales and just as many grudges. Now living in seclusion somewhere in nod-krai, she spends her days lost in memories of her former glory. Her final wish is to find a worthy successor, someone who can carry forward the great dream she never managed to realize. Trigger the frozen reaction when Hiljetta summons her battle armor to prevent the armor from attaching. Defeat Hiljetta before she summons her battle armor for the third time. Yeah, I'll need to maybe. I didn't pay attention if the armor just breaks on its own after that sequence, or if it lasts a while. Oh yeah, I have to fight that again. I didn't. But that doesn't really matter here. What do I have here? That. Okay, so we got a freebie here. Let's try to get one Shibari. No? Yeah, but I'm not gonna worry too much about her now. If I need crystallized moon things, I have him already. And it doesn't seem like there's anything exclusive for her to interact with. So I guess we're good if we miss her for now. So yeah, I guess I'm off. Yeah, next time there's only one quest to go. Then I guess we'll be good with nod-krais. Latest area.